Coach, if you could start with a brief statement, and we'll open up for questions after you're done.
No problem. I was really excited to be back in the Siegel Center for our first regular season game. Terrific crowd. Man, it feels great to be back out there, and I know it did for our players too. In fact, our energy level and enthusiasm was so high that we had some uncharacteristic things happen tonight. We had 3-4 guys out there cramping, which never really happens to us, but according to our athletic trainer, they were just that fired up that they expended, a lot of nervous energy and cramped up. The other thing that happened is that some of them, particularly some of the new guys, were so excited that it kept them from playing as sound as they typically do on the defensive end, but that's something that we'll certainly address tomorrow and really work on. But was really pleased with the effort. I think we made some mistakes on the defensive end that we need to clean up, but the effort was great. We shared the basketball. 28 assists is something that was terrific. 17 of them coming from Joey. That was one of the most impressive displays of running a team and getting your teammates involved that I've seen since I've been in coaching.
All right, questions for Coach Smart?
Coach, you had 5 players scoring double digits tonight. Can you talk a little about the overall team effort?
It was a good team effort. We got, I think, contributions from a lot of different guys and even some unlikely guys. We needed them because, again, we had a couple guys go down with cramps that they had to come out of the game at different times. But I thought Joey really stepped up, leading the way. He shot the ball well early on and kind of got it going, and then he got other guys involved. Brandon played with great energy. He had 6 rebounds, which we'll take that from him anytime we can get it. But he also made a lot of big shots. Brad didn't have one of his best games, but he was a little banged up. But he really did play with aggressiveness. I thought Toby Veal played very, very well with the limited minutes he was in. He was in foul trouble all night, but he really changed the game with his energy around the basket. And then Jamie, I thought, had a really good game, a very efficient offensive game. We got to keep getting better on the defensive end, and we will.
Coach, you guys got off to a good start defensively, and then Toby picked up a second foul pretty early in the first half. How much was him having to leave the game? How much did that affect you guys defensively?
Well, no, I think that was he brought a level of physicality early in the game that I really think put UNC Greensboro on their heels. And I think when you took him out of the equation, we were less physical early in that game. You're right, we were pretty good defensively for the first, I think, 3 to 5 minutes. But what happens is, sometimes when you sub, there needs to be a lift in energy, but sometimes there isn't. And that's on our guys that come in the game. They need to bring even more energy.
Can you get a better game out of a point guard than that? 22-17, 2 turnovers.
You're always going to try, but from a numbers standpoint, I don't think it gets much better. I think Joey is so hard on himself that I think he would tell you that he could have played even better. But again, that was one of the best performances in terms of running the team, getting guys involved, and making plays unselfishly that I've seen from a point guard that I've coached as a head coach or assistant coach. I really was proud of Joey tonight.
Coach, you're now tied for the home wins in a row. Why have you guys been able to get so dominant under your tenure at home?
Well, it starts with our crowd and our students, but really all of our fans are phenomenal, and they give our guys so much energy that we feed off that energy, and I think it allows us to play our style of play. And we've done some good things at home, but I think we can continue to do even more.
Coach, Jamie was saying the role of DJ and David was to basically maintain with him and Toby on the bench, getting a break. What are your hopes for those two to develop over the season as far as role playing?
Well, the role of any substitution is for him to come in the game and positively impact the game on both ends of the floor, but particularly on the defensive end, to not allow the defensive energy to slip in any way, and in fact to raise the defensive energy. I thought David Hinton really did that. He did a nice job when he came in, played with the physicality that we ask from him every day. DJ was a little jittery. And I know he's very, very capable of doing a lot of good things. I thought in the second half he did a really nice job when he went in, guarding the ball screen. He had the one foul, but there was a lot of fouls. But I thought DJ really tried and did a better job defensively in the second half.
Coach, you guys took more than 3 pointers in the first half than they did in the entire game. Is that going to become the MO for the team this season on the offensive end of the field?
Well, I'll tell you what, they were great shots. I mean, they were wide open threes. So when you have really good shooters and they have great open looks, it's hard to ask them to turn them down. And I didn't even think we shot particularly well from three, but then after the game I looked at the stats, we shot 36%. But we missed a lot of open ones too. So if anyone wants to give us that many open looks from three, I'll feel pretty good about our chances on the offensive end. Now, we can't allow other teams to get 86 points.
Any more questions for Coach? All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.